Two dudes reviewing the news, pop culture, video games, movies, and shoes. Quincy and Justin with a nerdy forecast. So stay a while and welcome to the Ugly Mugs Podcast.
Welcome to the Mugs Podcast. I'm your host, Quincy.
And you're the host, Justin.
I am a mess of colors. I am so not matching. I got a blue and red hat.
Yeah, blue and red hat,
red shirt,
black lettering.
With a greenish...
Gray, like a eggshell. We'll call it eggshell.
And blue jeans.
And blue jeans.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just black and white.
I am...
Yeah.
Fork knife.
Ad lizard man on motorbike. So there's a you remember the Goombas in the Super Mario's movie with those tiny head?
Yeah.
Yeah. They made something very similar. At least that's how I feel that they look like in Fortnite. And so they get the medium-sized head comparable. I would like that broad shoulders that goes up into the reptile-looking thing. Not what they did. What colors are your eggshells? Now we're getting straight up brown eggs.
So I used to buy specifically brown eggs because I thought that I was told, to be fair, that white eggs come from bleaching the eggs, which is not true.
No, they're just different.
So I just buy free range. Anyway, like free.
Cage-free.
Yeah, cage-free.
We try and do our best with cage-free.
Yeah. So the color of the egg doesn't quite matter, provided that the egg is cruelty-free. We will buy from local farms, which, because they're so fresh, your yolks tend to be orange. Which is pretty interesting.
Not weird yellow?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sox calls me an egg, as one does.
Egg, and eggy.
Egg, and eggy. So, over at Temu, there's an affiliate program that I'm going to link down in the description. All you need to do is download the app and use our little coupon code, and guess what? You get 30% off over any orders at $20 or above. Doesn't matter. You get 30% off. On top of that, there's also a $100 coupon that if you use our little link, you get some good stuff. It does have a very interesting selection of items. Skadoop. I'm just going to quickly skim down. It looks like Wish because it acts like Wish, but there is something very particular about Temu.
Real quick question. What was the shipping like? Because that was one of the worst parts about Wish. I ordered Lauren a keychain and a pin, and it took like 2 months to show up. So,
between all the stuff, they packaged it. It looked tight. It looked bad.
We didn't talk about our drinks.
We didn't. No, it's just a fucking peace tea. What the fuck?
I've got a Nitro Pepsi, and I've got a cup of coffee.
What the fuck? You're right. We should have said
It's
that.
fine.
But immediately, maybe a day later, we got a message from them. Oh, yeah, I'll just sit regularly. We got a regular message from them that just said, "Hey, your order's been delayed. We'd like to apologize. Here's $5."
Okay.
So we got $5 credit. Okay, well, we're keeping an eye on it. 2 days later, they said, another little tiny complication. We adjusted dates. Here's the tracking. Okay, we got tracking. That's something we never got from Wish.
Mm-hmm.
Another day later, it's on the move. It has left our thing, heading toward Las Vegas. Okay. Day and a half later, we had it. So, maybe a week and 2 days?
Okay, yeah, because some of the Wish stuff would take, and it was all coming from
months.
China and have to go through customs and whatnot, but it would take, a solid... What the fuck is that?
A Muggle head planter. Also, that's the other very interesting thing. Most of the reviews that our user ran make videos, so that way you get $20 back.
Interesting.
They pay people to review their products with pictures, video, details. This affiliate program might be an idea, and I'm hoping that you guys really enjoy this one. There is some very interesting things.
The dent puller just reminded me. Did you ever see the video of the guy that melted a hot glue stick and put it on the car to pull the dent out and pulled his fucking fender off?
Yes, I do. Temu does have pretty good art supplies, as Sock says in chat. There's a 52 set markers that are apparently borderline Copics, which are very expensive markers. So I'm like, if you can borderline that for $8 out the door, why not? They have irrigation systems, so you can have farming. They have solar-powered bird baths. And as said, they do videos for almost all of these. And so, you know, if you see something that you're like, I could go for a gadget. I did a little bit of I used my new phone to make a video of it. I just have to do a little bit of editing, and you'll be seeing that on the YouTube channel in the near future. So be sure to join the Discord, and you'll know when that video goes up. But I don't know why, but I like this website. Out of all the stuff we ordered, $28 worth of stuff, I didn't not like any of them. They were all good. They all did as appropriated, especially with 50 sticker packs of anime stuff for, you know, whatever. So, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Be sure to check the link down in the description or use the coupon code right below it. I watched something that Quincy is not really too happy about, so I'll...
Let's reframe this. I don't care that you watched it.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Like I'm not, like, mad at you for watching it.
Right.
I did not watch it.
Yeah, because you don't...
Because the way it sounded is like, I'm mad at you for watching it. I don't give a
right.
shit. You're an adult. Do what you're going to do.
You're right. I misworded that. You don't like the company...
You start, like, beating the crap out of strangers or something, then we're going to have a problem.
Yeah. Let me rephrase by saying, Quincy don't like the company that I watched.
Yeah.
Which is WrestleMania. When I watched WrestleMania day one, it was fine. It was good. There was very few bad matches. Watched Logan Paul beat Logan Paul. It was odd, but entertaining. Day two is where things really picked up because that triple threat match between Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, and Gunther. That is some old-fashioned wrestling made amazing. So, I mean, the winners of most of the matches was a little rough. Not a lot of belts left the hands of which. I think the only one that changed was the tag teams from the Usos to KO and Sami Zayn. Did you just hit your tooth with that?
Mm-hmm.
Thought because it was on the April 1st that there was going to be a few April Fools types things. Oh no, I do take that back. Rhea Ripley got a change as well. Father-son match between Rey Mysterio and Rey Mysterio Jr.
That's another thing. I don't like that they used his Hall of Fame moment for storyline.
I also don't like that.
Like, that was fucking stupid.
I also don't like the fact that they said Dominic went to jail. And he's like, jail changed me. It made me more of a man than you ever taught me. I should have been Eddie's kid. And I'm like...
That reminds me, I gotta talk to you about something off cast about Eddie's family.
Okay, but it was like... Then it involved his wife, his daughter... And I was like, this storyline sucks. Bianca Belair versus Asuka, amazing match. The impromptu match on day two between The Miz and Shane O'Mac. Good to see Shane O'Mac. Sad to see him go. Injured his leg, tore his ACL and turned something else. But all over a Russian jump, a do-si-do move.
So Lauren's telling me about it, and she goes, "Did you hear about Shane O'Mac?" And I was like, "No, what?" And she's like, "He got injured," and then she goes, "There goes the money.
There goes the money. There goes the money. Money, money, money." And then, of course, the main event, Roman Reigns versus Cody, and that's it. Too many interferences, and what is it?
That's kind of how I feel over at AEW now, though. I was like, can we stop having the interferences in the matches? Because, like, I'd like to just watch a fucking match.
Yeah, like the match between Vikingo and Kenny. Amazing. Not a single interruption. There was storyline after the match, which was fine. I'll take a little aftermath, but during is not fun for me, especially when it involves the World Championship. How are you going to be calling yourself a sports entertainer if you need to rely on something else? Of course, that's a heel move. I get it, but
I mean, that's the sports entertainer part, honestly, because it's sports entertainment. If it was a real match and a real thing and not sports entertainment, then there would be no way for someone to interfere. There would be multiple refs. There would be security.
Yeah. So
it's actually very sports entertainer that people are interfering. You don't get that at boxing matches.
Fair enough. But -1, Brody's
Traitor.
Huh?
I said traitor. I'm joking.
Yeah, no. He was ringside, picked up. Apparently, Cody's gonna be taking care of that kid as well.
That's good.
Yeah. He gave him his weighted belt.
Because everybody else will throw it back.
Yeah, everybody else would do. Actually, no, the crowd was loving Cody. The crowd was eating his maneuvers up when he did the bionic elbow. As soon as he landed that blow, that entire 85,000 people were just roaring.
So one WWE thing I do watch, which they don't make new episodes of, is the story times. And there's a few people in there that have impressions of Cody's dad that are fucking aces, spot on.
I might need to start looking up those.
They're all on Peacock. They should be free.
Oh, free? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. With WrestleMania, you had to get the premium, and then I think day after you get it with ads. If you have the free stuff.
Well, it is a pay-per-view, so that makes sense.
Yeah. $5 though.
Okay, so that's all you had to pay to see this pay-per-view.
Figuratively, yes.
Which brings up a quick conversation.
Okay.
The Cubs game.
I'm going to talk about that.
Cubs game was delayed today due to rain.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, is it still going on?
They'll probably find a different day to do it.
Fair enough.
They postponed it for the day.
Oh, for the whole day.
Yeah, for the whole day. It was too rainy. We got to cancel the game. They'll make it up some other time. Which sucks because it'll probably be done as a doubleheader. Well, that's fine. We're going to watch the Angels game.
Okay.
Can't watch the Angels game.
Why so?
Because we're in the Angels market. We live in what is considered Angel territory since Vegas does not have a does not have a baseball team.
So let's pause. So let's put a pause. I'm gonna persuade toward a different thing. You don't go through MLB.com?
So
Okay, you have a smile. Okay, all right.
the game is blacked out on MLB because we are in Angels territory.
So you can't watch it unless you pay for it.
Well, that's the thing. Paying for MLB, you don't get it.
How do you watch that show?
If you wanted to watch it, there was two ways I found for us to watch it. One, we would have to live in Seattle Mariners territory because that's who they were going against, and that's who was broadcasting that game. We don't. It would have to be covered through your cable company, and you would have to be in Seattle Mariners territory because when you log into your cable company, it'll check where you're at.
So what you're telling me is because you're in Angels territory,
We couldn't watch the game.
there was 0 ways.
The only other option was Bally Sports, which we can't use because our cable doesn't cover it.
Okay.
So I would have had to have paid the Bally Sports membership to be able to watch it. This one game. To watch this one game. The other games have been televised on regular cable. This one game was blacked out. To watch it, I would have to have Bally Sports because of where I live. $18.88 a month. Or $18.98 a month or something like that.
So 20
or
bucks a-
$188 for a year of Bally Sports, which, by the way, baseball doesn't run for a whole year.
No, it doesn't.
So why would I do that?
yeah.
It'd be some NBA shit and some other stuff. So yeah, because of where we live, completely blocked out today's game. So there was no baseball today. Well, I mean, there was baseball today, but we didn't watch any baseball today. Now, MLB would still let us listen to the radio broadcast if we wanted.
That's something, I guess.
Which, I don't mind the radio broadcast, but Lauren was like, nah, I'll just do the notifications on my phone. So I put The Simpsons on and I did dishes.
As one does.
Yeah. But, so for instance, I don't live in Cubs territory, so I get to watch all the Cubs games televised. I never get a blocked out Cubs game unless they're going against the Angels. Or if they're going against
Arizona?
Sometimes Arizona's a problem. Sometimes the Dodgers is a problem. They're considered the closest thing we have to home teams. We're in their territory because we don't have a team.
But then why would they block us out from watching the team we want to support?
Because they didn't sell enough tickets, and therefore it's essentially a punishment
to those who didn't go.
This was what it was like growing up a Raiders fan in Antioch. You know, you're a 20-minute drive or fucking 20-minute BART ride from Oakland, from going to the Coliseum and seeing the game. Well, we didn't sell enough tickets. You all didn't buy tickets, so you can't watch the game. Everyone else in the state can, but those of you that live nearby can't because you didn't buy enough. Because people didn't buy enough tickets.
We live in a society.
Yeah. So with all the different technologies, I'm sitting there going, I'm like, I wonder if there's a fucking guy pretending to play it on Twitch.
Right.
Like that UFC guy. So $5 you got to watch WrestleMania. I would have had to pay $18 a month so I could watch one baseball game out of the fucking like 200 that they're gonna play.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
You know, I've yet to watch a Cubs game, and we're almost done with the first week of opening. It's all been radio broadcast because I've been so busy.
Fair enough. I mean, at least you're keeping up.
Yeah. So I have Sirius XM, so that covers it. And then Lauren's got the MLB thing through T-Mobile.
Yeah.
The thing you were telling me about.
Yep.
And so we get that, which also gives us broadcasting, which is nice because with that, you get to pick the broadcasting team you're listening to. So with Sirius XM, like yesterday, I was listening to the Cubs game. They're playing the Reds, and the entire thing was the Reds broadcasters, who actually weren't too bad, but some teams, their broadcasters are assholes. They're too much about their team. I love the Cubs broadcasters because they're very much like, yeah, we're Cubs fans, but we're fucking baseball fans. Like we're just here to talk baseball.
Yeah.
And so that's one of the nice things about having the MLB subscription, the MLB app. You can choose to listen to them.
The other thing I think is very interesting about like early games is they'll talk crap for like the first 3 innings.
That happened.
That did happen. It stuck to the bottom, didn't it?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's just dirty.
Oh.
But now I got coffee on my pants. These were clean.
Okay. After cast.
It's not that much, but
Oh,
yeah.
I know you hate water on clothing.
Just wet clothing is just...
The only one I don't mind shirt. I don't mind pants. Whatever.
Socks.
But socks. As soon
Socks
as
is
it
the
gets in the
worst.
shoe and it's like hits the top, it's the bottom. I can heat up. It'll dry.
I also don't like being sticky.
Sticky. I don't like either. But when it hits the very top of my foot, and I'm just like I can't heat it up. But see, everyone's infatuation with that word. We were literally just before we started the cast.
Moist.
Yeah, I don't see a problem with that word.
Moist.
Moisture. It is a word.
But you were going to say something before the coffee warmer went rogue.
ADHD. Don't know.
Where I was talking about listening to the games, and we were talking about the price comparisons. If you spent $5 to watch a pay-per-view,
Oh yeah, and
I would have had to spend
2 days
$20 to watch a non-pay-per-view event.
back when WrestleMania used to be $50-$60, and I got 2 nights of it for the $5. So that is very interesting that they gave us something that used to be worth a lot. But on to bigger, better things. Doop. Humble Bundle. Real quick, I'm going to talk about the intro to virtual tabletop role-playing. Sox and I have futzed around with a program called One More Multiverse. And over on Humble Bundle, there is a few really great additions to One More Multiverse. Blades in the Dark is a great tabletop game, very easy to hop into. It immediately... Character creation maybe takes 6 minutes, 10 minutes tops, if you're wanting to write a little bit. And getting a story started, guess what? You don't need any prep. You need 0 prep. Just a DM who has an idea of what could happen.
The fact that you think I prep all that much for you guys.
No, I barely.
I have
4 plot points. That's it.
I guess the best way to put it is the Kirkman way of the way he does like his comics.
Yeah.
I know a middle goal.
Yeah.
I know an end goal. How we get there is a mystery for all of us.
Yeah, that's kind of it. The bullet points are there. They're major. They ain't moving. So everything around it, events, fun things.
And I like DMing that way.
I wouldn't really call it superpowers because now I'm honestly right now thinking about it. There's two problems I'm having with the Saturday session, but
where I should prepare and I don't is NPCs.
I love NPCs.
Loot, things like that. I'm really bad about not preparing those. But the reason why I don't do the preparation and I like to let it kind of breathe is I don't want to put you guys in preparation H. I don't want to put you guys in a box. I don't want to put you guys in a box of no. I've already decided what's happening.
Yeah,
you're gonna do it this way, and you're gonna fucking like it. No. You guys are affecting a world. We're having fun together. It's a big adventure. And I've had more detailed, thought out campaigns in the past, and my players just have not gone the direction that they need to, and I've still wanted that level of free will.
Okay. Yeah.
And so therefore they end up fighting things that are far too difficult. They don't do very well with the missions. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's one of those things of like, I'm trying to be a little bit more versatile of where I do have things prepared, but I can I can slide things.
Sliding definitely helps. How about a co-op tabletop style game? One that is actually a pretty good wind down one, called Yaziba's Online. What it is it is a multi-floor home that you decorate as a Airbnb for mythical creatures. And
That sounds cute.
Yeah, it's actually really.
I would
cool.
play that as a computer game.
Yeah, and on Multiverse, one more Multiverse, it allows you to bring in some friends. It's drop in, drop out. It's just.
Oh, so wait, is this a game?
Yes.
Like a computer game, or
Yes.
okay? Because I thought this was like a board game.
Kind of. So it's a digital platform to play it.
Well, this is cool.
Yeah.
You've showed me this before.
Yes,
Now I'm remembering.
Yeah. And I've been a part of their beta since beginning of 2022-ish, maybe a little after. But creation in this has been the most fun I think I've had doing prep work. You can upload pixel animations to it, and I was like, man, I wish I had a pixel animator. One of my players for the school campaign was, and I was like, yeah, the door got completely ripped off that van, and it was a huge dent. They drew it, and it worked so perfectly.
Nice.
And I love.
What's the weight this has on a computer?
Not very heavy.
Okay.
Not very heavy. Humblewood, I have started a character for.
I get that in the morning. You can't laugh at yourself, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but you play as Birdfolk. Lizard folk that are raptors or otherwise. It is basically a 5e style adventure, but with a little bit of reflavoring and a little bit of really nice just world. This is brought to us by Hit Point Press, and One More Multiverse did a handshake, so that way all these nice little figurines can be placed in there. I believe it adds a... Yes, you can create your own adventure in it, as well as your own character. And then some monsters. They just said, hey, if you want to donate $1 to help out, there's $1 for some animated monsters.
Very nice.
There are animated monsters that they already have on there. Actually look really nice. There is this pendulum-looking creature with a long flowing robe and a long gaunt white mask. And I'm like, I like that shit. This here helps out the Trevor Project, which helps out END. And they put the word END, suicide among gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender, and questioning young folk.
Wait, is that what the Q stands for? I thought it was queer.
Both?
Okay. You just like kind of blew my mind. I was like, wait a minute, is that what it is? It makes sense. No, it totally makes sense. I just...
Oh. Yeah, okay. But this one, they use the word end suicide among them. I recently had 2 instances in the very close proximity, and this one is definitely one that hits a little bit close to home, and I would love to see the Trevor Project getting all the money from this and helping out folk in this region. Bop, bop. Quincy, you wanted to talk about this one because you said this might be the last time to get it digitally.
Yeah, so really quick, let me just upload this thing into the chat. I want to remind everyone, if you don't like talking on the phone, but you feel like you need help, there is an option.
There is an option.
You can call this number, but okay, it is the right number. You can call this number, but you can also text 988. This is for the States. Text 988 to get help with suicide prevention, life crisis, stuff like that. That way, if you don't feel like talking on the phone, you can't handle talking on the phone, 988.
No, it's queer, lesbian, gay, bi, trans, queer, intersex, asexual, LGBTQIA+.
Okay, but also the Trevor Project did say questioning. Like, they actually wrote questioning, so that was where we were also talking about it.
Yes.
So.
Those who don't have a straight mentality. It doesn't help straight people. No.
That's not even correct either, because you can be trans and still be straight.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. But for the next 13 hours, 35 minutes from this point at 8 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, this may be the last time you can get this digitally on a good sale.
So, the Avengers game, people trashed it for no reason because it really was good. There is heart in it. I love it. I do vastly enjoy it. I wish I had a team of Avengers to play with rather than going solo, but it's still fun solo. Like, it actually legitimately is fun solo, and I do really like it. I have loved the addition to more characters, more stories and whatnot. Sadly, that's all come to an end. Square has decided we can't keep running it. There's not enough people buying the cosmetics because after the backlash we had from the game, we said we wouldn't charge for the DLCs. So it was down to cosmetics to make money for the game. Not enough people bought copies of the game. Not enough people are buying cosmetics. They have to shut it down. What they did do is they just launched the final update, which was like 78 fucking gigs. Yeah, it was a massive update. So they launched the final update. You will continue to be able to play the game, and they're making everything, all the cosmetics, free in the store.
Okay.
Because they're like, we're shutting down.
Oh, okay.
You'll be able to continue to play it. If you have a physical copy or a digital copy, you'll be able to continue to play it. But they will be removing it from the
digital?
store.
From digital.
From the digital store.
Okay.
It will no longer get any more maintenance.
This is it.
This is it. So, I mean, I bought the game for even less than this because of the way I played with sales. But $7.99, that ain't a bad price.
And it's the definitive edition, which comes with a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, well, that's all cosmetics, but yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's all cosmetics.
Oh.
Because the DLCs went free, period. Originally, it would have been like you were getting the DLCs that were going to be a big deal, but they would decide, like, we got to go free on the DLCs. It's got a really interesting story. You slowly see how MODOK goes from being a normal person to being a big-headed guy with a little body.
With the diaper.
Yeah. It's a really interesting story. Kamala Khan is amazing in it. I love her. I love playing as her. I love the things she has to say. I'm really pissed off, and I may have to go and find a cheap physical copy somewhere. Because Spider-Man was only ever available on the PlayStation version. We never got him on Xbox. Because of Sony pulling their bullshit. So I may have to go buy a PlayStation 4 physical copy somewhere for cheap. But $7.99 is not a bad price. It's 80% off.
No, wait. Can you get Spider-Man in the Steam version?
No. He's locked to the PlayStation only.
That's dumb.
It's Sony. Sony did it. That was completely Sony in the way they work with Square with the fucking exclusives.
And I'm going to be talking up Sony in a minute. What the fuck?
Yeah. But you get both Hawkeyes, both Kate Bishop and I can't think of his name. Clint.
Oh, Clint.
You get Captain America, you get Thor, you get Hulk, you get Iron Man, you get Kamala Khan, you get Black Widow, you get Black Panther. You get some fun Wakanda maps, stuff like that. There's a little bit of story for each character. You kind of rebuild the Avengers as Kamala Khan. You're slowly bringing them all back together. There are other characters that just have standing points. Ant-Man's there, but he's just kind of like a figurehead because it's Hank, and they're still a little iffy on making Hank do stuff after he beat the shit out of his wife. Fun comic thing. Miscommunication between a writer and an artist had Hank Pym bitch slapping his wife. That's why we get Scott as Ant-Man in the Ant-Man comics. Because he's not a wife beater. It's even worse in the Ultimate Universe because it was a mistake in the original universe. The regular comics, it was an accident. It was a miscommunication issue about... He was saying, he's throwing his hands up.
Oh, like, exclaiming.
And the artist took it as he's...
slapping.
And the artist sent it out. It got made, and now it's like, oh my god. And so he gets kicked out of the Avengers and everything. This is a big thing back in,
So what you're
70s,
telling me is that miscommunication became canon.
Yeah, because it got printed before anyone caught it and shipped. However, when they did the Ultimate Universe in the early to mid-2000s, they doubled down on it and had him beat the shit out of her in the Ultimate Universe. They turned him full villain.
Okay, just as long as he has the actual villain arc.
Yeah. I mean,
and does he get...
He gets a comeuppance. Okay. And it's like they even in the regular run of Avengers, they kicked him out of the Avengers. Okay. With the miscommunication issue. Okay. The next issue, they're like, you're fucking out, bro. We can't have you here.
Yeah, you're a loose cannon cop.
And so that's always been my theory as to why they went with Scott in the movie and made Hank older and not Ant-Man anymore. because they're like, well, we can't really have the figurehead be the guy that people are going to say beat the crap out of his wife in the comics. So in the Avengers game, just like in a lot of the mobile games, Hank is no longer Ant-Man. He's kind of just like a guy running a base and whatnot. You talk to him on comms and stuff.
He's a scientist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone has special moves. It makes sense. I love the way they work. The characters do not all play the same. Kamala's got big attacks because she stretches and she gets big and whatnot. But for instance, Thor has his hammer. And you can straight up pin someone to a wall and walk away and go and start beating the shit out of other people while that guy's stuck against the wall with a hammer.
Does he stay there permanently?
Until either until you take the hammer back, or if you've got electric charge on the hammer, until the hammer takes out the last of his health. But he will stay there until you grab the hammer again.
Okay.
You can do it on the ground. You can do all kinds of stuff with it. Hulk's got all kinds of different abilities. You can rip up pieces of the ground and throw it at people. It is a fun game. I suggest you get it while you still can if you're buying digital. If you have a console that can play discs, then this isn't nearly as big of a deal. You can probably find a physical copy out there. I'm sure they made plenty of them.
Yeah.
It's for the people who have digital-only consoles or people that play on PC. You're running out of time because it's leaving soon. Yeah. So this is a great way to grab it, and you support charity. What charity was that?
Oh. Because this is from the store.
Okay.
So if you click the link down in the description, it'll help out Charity Water, which is mine. And then another $1.20 will help out your charity of choice. I believe it's still the same bracket.
Oh, there's also some just absolutely fucking great costumes. I have Werewolf Captain America.
Oh.
He's a good doggo.
He's a good pup. Okay.
I gotta have to clean that.
Yeah. Over on the Humble Monthly, I'm just going to go down real quick. The Humble Choice. I keep forgetting that's the name of it.
It was Humble Monthly for how many years of your life?
Yeah, I know, right? Death Stranding, also known as the Walking Simulator.
Delivery Boy 3000.
Yeah, if you get this on PC, so if you get it through the Humble Choice, there's a lot of really good mods that make it a little bit more enjoyable. It's still an okay game. People are saying it's very fragrant and still very nice. Aliens Fireteam Elite, Quincy said it was good. Did you say it was good?
Yeah, it's not bad. It's definitely a game that's meant to be played with friends, but you can play it solo. If you can get a full fire team together, I think it'd be a blast. It's fighting waves of aliens as you try to work your way through these different bases and stuff.
Is it a little Left 4 Dead-ish?
Yeah. But the way it's done is you come up to an area and it's like, okay, there's gonna be waves of enemies now.
Okay.
And you deal with them and whatnot. You will get a couple that jump out at you in corners and whatnot. Game over, man. Game over. But no, I did like it. I think it'll be good with friends.
Okay. Rollerdrome, a very interesting
80s cyberpunk looking head thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch the trailer real quick.
You know what this reminds me of? Rollerball.
Yeah, it gave me that feeling too, but at the same time with all the excess.
Starlight Express.
Okay, it's My Cousin Pedro. That's the kind of vibes it's giving me.
No, my friend
Pedro.
Which wasn't bad.
No, I liked it.
Yeah.
I did the challenges, and holy cow, those were tough.
Oh, yeah, the challenges were definitely tough. I did not finish the challenges before it left Game Pass, but I did get pretty far with the challenges.
Bullet ricochets?
No, this looks like it'll be fun.
I might grab this. This is...
It's my friend Pedro meets
Tony Hawk
Pro Skater, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
The image did not give us this at all, because we were sitting here thinking Rollerball.
Yeah, I was thinking a little bit. Life is Strange 2, the complete season.
I haven't played 2. I still have yet to finish 1.
1 and Before the Storm are a lot better. Life is Strange 2 is heavy, but not in the way that Life is Strange 1 and Before the Storm is.
So I have Before the Storm, and I have Life is Strange. I started Life is Strange before getting Before the Storm.
That's fine.
I know, because that's how they were released anyways.
Yeah.
I just never finished Life is Strange. I have to go back and finish it, and then play Before the Storm.
How far do you figure? What chapter are you on?
We've definitely left the school.
So you're on 2, 3?
2 or 3, yeah.
Did a character do something that you really are not a fan of?
You know, it's been a while.
Okay.
It's been a long time since I played, so I'm not sure.
Okay, but Life is Strange 2, okay game. Not my cut, but if you like very simple puzzles with a very, very genuine story, it's not bad. The life and suffering of Sir Brant. I heard this one's a very good storytelling, and it's a lot of reading, a lot of visual novel-esque type things. Choices matter, and it's do you take yourself as a fancified writer, or do you blackmail people? There's a lot of very interesting choices in this one. Skadoop. Monster Camp.
Looks like case of blackmail notices. I don't know.
Yeah, right. Monster Camp.
Well, this looks cute.
Yeah, Socks and I. Other people can play this.
So it comes from the people of Monster Prom.
Yeah. Socks and I love Monster Prom. We played the heck out of it. We have our favorites. And Monster Camp just keeps it going. And I believe they just released another one, too. Monster Vacation?
Eventually, I'm going to have to get a computer that can handle, like, at least the smaller games like this that I can wire into the big TV downstairs.
Thank you, Socks Monster Road Trip.
And then, hook up a Bluetooth controller.
Or...
I don't have the money for a Steam Deck.
No. I'm not saying Steam Deck. Guess who else is making them? ROG, the Republic of Gamers, is making another one. And it performs way better. And it has an HDMI output, so you could just plug it into a TV and play.
See, that's what I would like. Because, like, Lauren, I know, would love this. I don't think she would play it. She'd want to watch me play it. Well, and coming up here to do it...
Yeah, it's multiplayer, so it literally is da-da-da. Okay, your turn.
I was getting my ass whooped at fucking TMNT Shredder's Revenge today, and I looked at her, I was like, you need to boot up the other controller and help me. And she just kind of looked at me and went, okay. I went back to fighting Rocksteady by myself.
Yeah, she used to do that whenever I would try and invite her into Streets of Rage.
See, Streets of Rage, she's played with me.
Yeah?
Yeah. Oh. She was the one that actually was like, oh, that's coming to Game Pass, you need to download it.
Yeah. Because that's our childhood. Highly recommend the Monster Prom series writing. Aaron Hansen of the Game Grumps, also known as Egoraptor, the great animator, is the werewolf folk, the dumb jock.
I came across one of their videos where they were doing a Mario and Luigi thing. Have you seen that one?
On Good Mythical Morning, yeah. And Danny just kept getting crap poured on him.
Was it Good Mythical Morning? Because I thought it was the Game Grump guys.
It was the Game Grump guys, but they were
on Good Mythical Morning?
Yeah, doing Good Mythical Summer. Yeah.
And then just coins, and then Luigi just...
Yeah.
Is this oatmeal?
Eggs? Revita.
That's basically gold coins.
Real quickly, gonna just do Revita and make sure that this is... Okay, so this very quickly, very quickly gave me Cave Story vibes. Yeah. I love Cave Story. Cave Story Plus added a whole new generation. If I had to say another indie game would be on my list if I were sick, it would be Cave Story. This one looks like it has roguelike elements. It looks like it has great handling, cute enemies. I'm cool with this one. Revita. Founder's Fortune. I don't like city builders anymore, life managements. It's... what about... I know we both like our city builders, but would you do a maintenance on people sim?
Maybe not. Probably not. Maybe not.
Cater to your citizens' needs, fears, and dreams. That's too much for me, personally. But some people like that. I know there's a YouTuber that I watch that I don't mind watching this kind of stuff at, because his whole entire YouTube channel is dedicated to the suffering of digital people.
Have you noticed that majority... I don't want to get too political or anything here, but have you noticed the majority of the Let's Players that came up in like the golden era of like Let's Playing was becoming a thing? People were making money off of it. They're becoming big, becoming stars. Almost all of them turned out to be shit fucking people.
Yes. Well, I would say 50-50. I
feel like it's higher than 50.
You toward being an asshole? Or?
Toward being a shit person.
Okay.
And I'm not saying, oh, they were rude or something. Like, a lot of them did fucked up shit.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to draw out the numbers here. XQC.
You're done on that one.
Okay, he's a Twitch streamer, big.
I am purely saying YouTube era of the...
Golden Age?
Yeah, like when that was becoming a thing. The thing that inspired so many of us to go, I'm going to do that! And then we didn't.
I'm trying.
No, you're trying. I made one video and gave up.
Okay. So there are three that come to mind that are on the opposite. Markiplier. Mark Fishbach.
Yeah.
He's
good.
Wholesome. He does charity work.
He did OnlyFans.
Huh?
He did an OnlyFans for charity work.
He did OnlyFans for charity work, and he made a calendar showing off a lot of skin for charity as well.
Yeah.
He loves what he does, and he does not
He's one of the good ones.
Yeah, and he says the only thing I expenditured on was my Tesla. He says, other than that, I don't really buy very much. The computer was given to me by YouTube. I don't spend.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, that's good. Another one, Jacksepticeye.
Mm-hmm.
Started a little rough, but, his little top of the morning to the ladies, breaking it down. Good guy. Guess what? Did pretty much the same thing as Mark, where he's like, charity. Another one. And this one's a little weird because they do say shit off the cuff, but they're really good guys. They tour the world. The Game Grumps, the ones that we were just talking about.
And I feel like they have expanded outside of what they originally were. In a good way.
Oh, yeah, because of course, Danny has Ninja Sex Party, and both of them worked on Starbomb. And so they're musically inclined to also tour in that instance.
What was the other one that's a group of 2 guys, and they actually were like a big part of the G4 revival until G4 died?
I know that the wrestler.
I'm not talking the wrestlers. I'm not talking the Pauls. Pauls are shit. I was talking about a good one that turned out to be good.
No, not that. No, I'm talking there was one wrestler, I keep forgetting his name. Speaking of Jacksepticeye's in Monster Prom series, there's a character you can date called Calculester. Good to know. Micromanagement sims are fine, but I'm always the nicest manager ever, or the literal devil who understands labor laws but gives no fucks. Yeah.
It's gonna bug me. They were on the new G4.
Yeah,
they launched a whole thing with the new G4 where like other people were doing the skits and stuff.
Smallish?
That, yeah.
Okay.
They turned out to be okay. But I feel like I can list more bad than I can list good.
Good, yeah. There are.
And like that's where I'm saying like it's a lot worse than 50-50.
Okay, we'll say.
And like what the fuck is with that?
We'll say 65-35. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, that's probably better.
Okay.
Like 65% of them are shit people. And 35% are good.
Yeah. Scud dupe. Quincy showed me a game and I really want to play it. They have over on Steam Raven's Watch, all one word. And I love the art. I love the combat style. It looks like a really nice roguelite twin stick shooter. This looks great. This looks like what I would want Diablo to turn into. Like, this looks fantastic. They have Death's Door mechanics.
Wait, we're going Diablo here? It's got to be on my phone. No, this looks great.
Well, guess what? You can. They're starting up their cloud service. So you can play Steam games on your phone. Now, it's still in its alpha, and they're still sending very few things over very slowly. It's like really low-tier games first, and then they're going to start pressing out more. But Raven's Watch does...
Real quick, this will stay off stream. But just to give you an example of how I can come up with 3 off the bat.
Okay. Second one did a lot of charity work, but I concur. He's
other stuff came out.
I know. But that one I would weigh as a karmatic neutral. Would you agree? Could you? $1.3 million. $1.3 million to charity.
He still did things he shouldn't have done.
Yes, but that's small in the grand scale of the big that he did.
No.
I know. I'm not trying to defend him. I am not trying to defend him. I would like to let you know, and I'm not going to say his name, but that is...
I know he did.
Okay.
But I also know he did this other thing.
Yeah. Oh, I know what thing you're talking about. Scud Dupe.
Oh, I thought of another one.
Over on No Man's Sky. I need to hop back in. There is a lot of updates I have not seen yet.
The game still isn't what I want, though. Like, they keep doing these updates, and these updates are great. It's still not the open world exploring, running into other people game that I wanted.
It's slowly becoming that way. You can now, when you're traveling, it's bumping you into like smaller areas, a little bit of hub worlds where all the planets are safe, and then there's like little events that keep popping up. They're doing a little bit better. It's just the starting off is rough.
I want to be able to jump in my ship and navigate all the way to the planet you discovered and run into you there without joining your game. I shouldn't have to join your game when we're an exclusive server to the 2 of us.
Yeah.
I want to be able to go there and be like, oh, hey, bud.
Yeah. There is a little bit, because I would love to find my first system that I played on the PS4 for hours. I was finding everything. I was just going. I was exploring. I was losing myself in everything. And now looking at all of this right here, this is a lot. Because when No Man's Sky on Switch had, I believe it was the Frontiers edition about that time, there's Fractal, Endurance, the HD Re-Render, Leviathan, Outlaw, Prisms, Sentinel. All of these
Leviathan.
Yes. All of these are titles of their major updates that they are still doing.
Mm-hmm.
Sean of Happy Games said that he first and foremost apologizes, and he will never charge for any of these updates. So you buy the game, you get all this.
We've had this conversation.
Yeah.
And we've talked about the, at what point does this become a problem, though? Because now we're seeing it. Prime example, we're never going to charge for DLC on Avengers. We're not selling enough of the cosmetic stuff. We can't keep affording to run the game. Have to shut the game down. I'm never going to charge you for a DLC on No Man's Sky because of how fucked up it was at the beginning. Also, the game's free on multiple platforms. How is the game generating money for him to be paying the people that are working on this and whatnot, and for these servers?
He's made 2 other games since then, so that's kind of funding that's been kind of filtering toward it, I guess. I'm unsure of the details.
It's one of those things of like,
where's it?
It's a dangerous promise.
Yeah,
because it could be the thing that kills your game.
Any other gaming things?
I don't think so.
Okay. But shoe news. Not a heck of a lot of shoe news, but some really great 70s style funkadelic, I would call it. Would you call this styling a funkadelic? Live to play, play to live. Has always been a mantra of Nike's.
A little bit. I mean, it's got delight vibes.
Yeah.
Groove is in the heart.
But these look great. They're white, which of course always shows dirt to Quincy. But there's like a bit of a very hint of gray in there too. So, if you like a little bit of psychedelic light blue, purple flowers designs, it's pretty nice looking. On the insoles, it says the same thing. On the bottom of the soles, it says the same thing. They want this message everywhere. Live to play, play to live. $160 to be released on just some win. Keep your ear to the ground, I guess. Check them. It says made available soon on Nike.com, so hopefully they'll have a little bit better information as far as.
Now it says that these are golf shoes. I thought golf shoes had cleats to them.
I thought so too. Maximum. I guess it's just styling.
Okay, maybe.
Like the Golf GTI, it's a golf cart that's been remodeled with a faster engine.
Maybe. I have one reason only I would ever want to learn to play golf.
Go on.
Alice Cooper loves golf.
Really?
Yeah. And I would fucking love to play golf with Alice Cooper.
Hey, Alice Cooper. Doctors hate him. Learn his one trick here. Yeah. We need to learn those one tricks.
But yeah, no. That's the one thing where like okay, well, you could play with Tiger Woods. Yeah, I really don't care about that. Michael Jordan. Yeah, I mean,
he'd be okay.
I grew up on Michael Jordan. That'd be cool. I kind of own a Michael Jordan card. Michael Jordan would be cool.
Hideo Kojima.
Apparently, all I have to do is fucking. What movie was it? He was just gushing over on Twitter. Did you see he cursed?
John Wick.
Yeah. So I just gotta be a John Wick fan.
Yeah.
And an Ultraman fan.
Yeah. He loves Ultraman. Yeah. He's
Ultraman's a fucking blast. Who doesn't love Ultraman?
I'm kind of surprised he doesn't like Kamen Rider as much as I do, but. Say love him. I need to watch more Kamen Rider. Pluto TV has a Kamen Rider channel.
They have an All Jeopardy channel now, which is just, and it's the Trebek era, and I will just put it on to just put it on. And Wheel of Fortune too, which I suck at spelling, but
yeah. There's also the Triple A, the Luchador stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's some crazy shit out there.
One of the other ones has a channel on there now too. Impact, I think, has a channel on there.
Impact has one. I'm not too interested on Impact.
Rift Tracks and MST3K both have channels.
Yep. So go check out Pluto TV. We're not really sponsored by them.
No, but fuck it, free cable.
Free cable, and also just, it's a commercial like every 10 minutes or like 6 minutes.
Yeah, you get commercials pretty regularly
because they gotta keep the service going.
But yeah, so back to the golf. I would learn to play golf.
Ow.
So that I could play golf with Alice Cooper.
Just Alice Cooper? No one else?
Like if it was like one of those things like this is you can only play with one person, it would be Alice Cooper.
Okay, fair enough.
But it's like one of those things of like what's going to motivate me to do it? Like if it was like what would motivate me to learn to play golf? It's Alice Cooper. Because like I was listening, like I'm not doing it because I want to play with Tiger Woods. I'm not doing it to play with Michael Jordan. Honestly, if I was going to try to play anything like Michael Jordan, it'd be basketball, and I suck at basketball. So it's like the motivation behind like what would make me actually go and try this old white man sport would be
Scottish sport.
It's become an old white man sport.
Fair enough.
Would be Alice Cooper.
All right.
And I always love the reaction because I had the same reaction when people find out Alice Cooper loves golf. Because I'm like, Jesus, really?
Yeah, you don't expect it.
Yeah.
Skadoo, I fucking love this trailer. Across the Spider-Verse. I didn't watch it until now, and Quincy was just on the edge of his seat watching my reactions. And there was one scene that he knew I would like, and I did. I'm excited for this movie.
Stop, Spider-Man. You,
him, them, it. But June 2nd, IMAX theater. I would love to see it in IMAX.
Well, what's wild is it is a spider.
Yes.
As well as bright lights.
A 2-minute long trailer, I feel, does it perfectly. Spider-Punk, ripping off it. And I just love every single Spider-Man has their own flair, their own color scheme, their own style of drawing.
There's a different trailer I'm going to have to find so that we can kind of analyze it the way you did this one. Because there's a Spider-Man in there that everyone, including me, is pretty sure is the PS1 Spider-Man.
Yeah, probably.
Because he's got the blocky hands.
Okay, probably. I mean, everyone's a little different. But every single one of them has this genuine style. And it's everyone has their connections to their own worlds, and Miles is like, I just want to live my life, man.
I'm glad Peter B. Parker's back. I'm a little sad that we've yet to see Noir or Spider-Pig.
Yeah.
Or Spider-Pig. Spider-Ham.
Spider-Ham.
Spider-Pig Simpsons.
Huh. Like, just flashy styles, and then having his real life, and
I very much... This was great.
I don't know what to think about Spot.
One of my all-time favorite images is from a Spot comic.
Is it? I mean, I'm excited for this. I love its stylings. I love the crackle that it gets every now and again. I love that, snaps, the just notif type things. Everything pops, and it matches so well. I am very excited for this. June 2nd. Skadoop. Also Luchador style. I like that one. Over on Hasbro Pulse, they did a fan stream showcasing all of their creations that are going to be coming out. Go ahead and turn it to the camera.
This is one of my favorite Spot moments.
Stop hitting yourself.
I just love it. He just tries to deck Spot and just nails himself on the head. Fucking good.
Yeah. Spot is a very interesting villain.
Yeah.
But back over to Hasbro Pulse, they pretty much almost an hour of older folk playing with toys, and in a good way, because these toys look great. It ranges anywhere between the new line of Beast War Legacies and the... I forget what it's called. I know it's another Legacy set. Legacy Evolution. And they range anywhere between $12 for the... quiet you. This is the classic Megatron, not the pistol, but the tank. And I like it. I love that they're giving more love back to older Transformers and even revamping them. The new Bumblebee, big. 18 inches.
That's a massive Bumblebee.
Yeah. The Starscream revamp, which has a base, has a landing area. I don't mind this Starscream. Would prefer the old red, white, and like the soft orange on the inlay.
Really quick, here's the rest of that page for you.
My toes. My toes. Either way, bad news from my side. Spot's powers can make him an unstoppable assassin.
I love how son of an Osborn.
Yeah, Son of an Osborn. Oh no, this is oh yeah, this is Starscream. Never mind. I was like, this is Megatron.
That's
No,
a
Starscream.
fucking big figure too.
Yeah. But go check out Hasbro Pulse. Pre-orders begin on April 4th, which is yesterday at 1 p.m. Go and check them out if you are a Transformers fan. I know a couple that are pretty excited for this kind of stuff already. And I forgot to pull this up because I'm fucking stupid. So, literally the same day as our cast, there was a D&D Direct.
Yep.
And I
went and saw the movie.
Yeah. You go first.
It was good. It was funny. Parts were predictable because of just how writing goes and how certain things happen with certain people. You know. But I did vastly enjoy it. It feels like the D&D universe. It plays well to how the different characters and classifications work.
I'm happy to see that there was a Red Wizard of Thay in there.
Yeah, so, you know, that's one of the things I saw a discussion about, like, people were like, I don't know anything about D&D, can I go see this movie? And I'm like, yes. Because one of the big things is you have pointed that out every single time we see a trailer, an image. I know zip, zero, zilch, nada about Red Wizards. And I went into this movie, and they explained just enough without fucking beating you over the head with the lore hammer to where you understand what the fuck's going on in the movie.
Yeah. Now, when they mention that do they mention that it's technologically advanced?
What are you talking about?
Huh?
What are you talking about?
Like, do they talk about Thay at all? Like, where the Red Wizards come from?
No, so they're kind of talking about a specific group of Red Wizards.
Okay, so the Renegades. Gotcha. Okay.
They're talking about a specific group of Red Wizards and some shit that they did, and that they're trying to do that shit in other places. And that's the other thing, is like, at one point he rolls out a map, and he's just talking and pointing out the map. He's like, so we'll have to go through here, we'll have to go through Baldur's Gate, we'll have to go through this, we'll have to go through that. And it's like, holy shit, they mentioned Baldur's Gate. We don't go there, we don't see it or anything, but there was a mention to it. It is the D&D world.
Yes.
Right. Waterdeep is mentioned, yada, yada, yada.
I love Waterdeep. That's my favorite
So,
city.
it was a good movie. I enjoyed it. I would watch it again. I wanted to see it in 40X. I didn't get to see it in 40X. I might try to. I don't know yet. The only, and it's not even a complaint, it's just something like I would have liked a little bit more of. Like, we see plenty of barbarian moments. We do plenty of barbarian stuff. We see plenty of sorcerer moments. We see plenty of the druid moments. We get maybe 2 to 3 actual bard moments. Past that, he's just
a chuckle sidekick.
No, he's not even a sidekick. He's kind of the leader of the group.
Oh.
He's making plans and whatnot, but the actual bard moments where he's playing and using the music to affect things only happens about 2 to 3 times. But I mean, you get all kinds of shit. You get that fucking slime the gelatinous cube, and we see how that actually works with fucking full-on disintegration and stuff. You get to see a little bit of everything. They've got a hither thither staff at one point.
Heather Thither?
Basically the portals.
Okay.
You know, and they use that throughout it and whatnot. Like, and they talk about, it's got about this much range.
Okay.
So
they talk about actual mechanics.
Yeah, and you get more than one dungeon, you get more than one dragon.
I like that it is multiple dungeons and dragons.
So literally the movie did everything I would have asked for.
Okay.
I just would have liked a little, maybe if the bard had one more song, I would have been happy.
Okay. But guess what? Over on Minecraft, soon you're going to be able to play D&D through a little bit of different mechanics and understanding, but they have included some of the major cities such as Waterdeep, Baldur's Gate, Candlekeep, so on and so forth. And I'm not going to lie, this might get me back into Minecraft.
Like the pizza.
Yeah, I like all these little tiny models. This apparently is Baldur's Gate. It's smaller than what it needs to be, but you go on your little quests, go and fight, these creatures. A golden dragon that looks pretty good. You get weapon levels, a gelatinous cube that you can get sucked into, a displacer beast that warps all over the place, a freaking mind flayer, some mimics, giants.
That was the other thing is like
Candlekeep.
They did show in the movie that you don't have to fight everything.
Yeah, you can run.
Or hide or whatever.
Yeah.
So there's a few things, and I want to tell you because I know you'll be excited, but at the same time, like I kind of want you to see it in the movie.
Yeah, I want to watch it.
So there's something that I know you'll be excited about, and they have a very simple way of getting past it, which totally makes sense with the mechanics of everything, and it's like a great, fun little moment for a D&D fan.
Okay.
But they explain it in the moment because not everybody in the party knows what it is, which works for the non-D&D people.
Having you say it like that, I think I know what it is.
What is it?
Pass Without Trace.
No.
Really?
So...
Oh, no.
I won't tell you.
Okay.
But it's a great moment of like, oh, not everybody in the party knows. Why would they? They've never been here before. And it's a great moment to sneak some lore in for the non-D&D people.
Okay. But this one looks like it's going to be a lot of good fun. I would love to see what they're going to include. Because that prison right there, that's going to be a hard area to go through. That right there, Soul Prison. Don't know what they're going to do with it.
Rocket launcher.
Yeah, just pardon me. Add in a couple mods and just become a problem. That is a worm-covered star spawn, and that's a cosmonaut. That is something from the cosmos.
So it's a Russian astronaut.
Kind of. So I'm very interested to see what all of these new creatures are going to be. This will get me back into Minecraft. I wouldn't mind getting into this.
I enjoy Minecraft. My problems with Minecraft is Minecraft's not all that much fun for me when I'm alone.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta have like people to play with. It's a great game for conversation, creation, yada yada yada.
I gotta turn off the music.
My other problem that I run into with Minecraft is like if we aren't all working on something that makes sense together, if we're all trying to do too many different projects at once, it just kind of...
Yeah, it does that. So they also released about a half-hour long thing talking about what's going on. They did one final little push teaser trailer for Honor Among Thieves. I skipped it because I didn't want to watch any more of it. They promoted Joe Cat, a very wonderful animator, talking about how to get your friends all into D&D and how it's not that hard. It's just, schedule. That is the worst part you're going to have.
Yeah.
If you can work through your schedule, that's,
You ever notice everybody has time in their schedule for something stupid, but they never have time in their schedule for D&D?
I've been doing my best.
I'm not saying you.
Oh.
I'm saying in general.
In
like,
general?
oh, hey, no, I totally have time to go do this fucking shopping spree at this place I would never fucking buy stuff at. I don't have time for D&D.
Yeah.
I just don't have enough time. I totally want to play, though.
Yeah, like I've made negotiations to keep it 2 hours long, so that way it doesn't go too long for anybody, and Dice can go to sleep. Because he just kills dinner when we start up. But the D&D Direct goes also into the Monster Madness as well as some items. If you have a D&D Beyond account, you get the character sheets for Honor Among Thieves. So you get all the character sheets
That's cool.
for those. You get specialty dice, these fire-encrusted dice, as well as some interesting creatures from Minecraft moved over into D&D. So it's a swip swap. Enderman, kind of interesting. Not a true fan. Oh, guess what? Secret lair from the D&D. So.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. These cards look great. I'm happy that and also, yeah, it gets. So the flip cards I found out they're meant specifically for commanders, and I didn't quite understand why we keep getting flip cards, but now I do. So, Skadoop. What else?
Oh, and apparently Chris is totally down and says it may already be happening for potential sequels.
Hell yeah. Driss Jordan, they talk roughly 10 minutes with R.A. Salvatore, great writer. He said he started off reading because he was just bored. And then he started just jotting down ideas, and then he was approached, and he said, "Okay, what's this character's name?" And he without skipping a beat, said Driss Jordan of, and then his locale. And I was like, that's how it all started? So there is a behind-the-scenes type of thing. Joe Manganiello has started up a documentary featuring wrestlers and so on, saying basically how from youth to now, D&D has kind of shaped his life, starting with Dragonlance.
I'm curious if we're gonna see him pop into like a potential sequel or something, as well as like Vin Diesel. Like I found it so interesting that Michelle Rodriguez was in this, but Vin wasn't. You know?
Yeah, I'm kind of mad that Big Show wasn't either.
I mean, I don't know if he even like actively wanted to be.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But it's just one of those things. Like I would love to see some of these people who are truly big fans get to be in them.
Yeah. Another thing they're working on is a virtual tabletop, and it looks like it's a video game form of D&D.
I love that concept.
There is a rumor in the rumor mill that says you can purchase a character on Hero Forge that you made for $199, and it can be moved over onto this virtual tabletop. It's all rumor mill, but I'm hoping that it's true. I would love to see this VTT actually matter, make sense. It shows you drawing lines. It allows you to cast spells. It gives you everything. You can push, of course, your D&D Beyond character sheets onto this. If you have, let's say, you need a run-in, just as long as you have your D&D Beyond sheet, you can do a run-in for someone who isn't sitting there.
You know what I need from them on this, though, before I double down on how much I like this? In writing.
Okay.
That I can use this
for
my Twitch stream podcast.
Yes.
In writing.
In writing?
Because,
well, it's Creative Commons.
Because I don't need you guys going back on this once it starts to sell like hotcakes and people are using it on streams and make your shit look great. Okay, it can be free. Okay. There's probably going to be buy things, the add-ons that you buy.
Sure.
I don't need it to become popular and you go, haha, you can no longer use it. Like they tried to do just recently. I need it in writing that this is clear to run on my Twitch stream.
Yes. They seem to be heading that way. And also they say it's using Unreal 5, which means it's a pretty adaptable source engine to, graphics engine to help build these things. They said, we're going to have a community hub where you can make your creature's stat blocks, the creature's model, everything. You can release it on this hub.
Cool.
So I'm liking that. Also, encounter mode, everybody rolls for initiative automatically.
That's
cool.
Cool.
I don't know if I like that, but it keeps it well in the, bam.
No, I like that.
And then it organizes it for you.
I like that.
Yeah, I like that too. Another thing is all the texture mapping. I would love to build, be able to build my taverns or my buildings. I would like to do that a little bit more. But they say, and they put this in big bold letters, their first goal is getting the community happy with this. Mm-hmm. So
there's no point of allowing me to build something in something that's broken.
Yes. So they are working on that. WizKids Minis, they keep talking about their little owlbear and mimic figures, neutral. There's the Joe Manganiello documentary that we were just talking about. The next set of books that are going to be released. So they are going to be making a truckload of books. And it's mostly about the villains. Because the multiverse is breaking.
Are we even allowed to have villains anymore?
Well, when they're wanting to destroy everything. So
you know what I mean.
I do know what you mean.
Just taking my jab. We gotta hydrate. I'm out of liquids.
I'm also out of liquids, but I will do that stretch. So the corruptible evils. They are very interesting in a sense that...
It makes sense that it's a white man.
Yeah. Yeah. So Tiamat never dies.
Okay.
That is lore that has been.
Mm-hmm.
They can be banished, but they can never die. So they figure out a way to manipulate individuals on getting them back. They are pushing more of their classic villains, Witch Queen Tasha, Lord Strahd, Mordenkainen, Volo. They are pushing characters that have such big impact, whether good or bad, to be the center of their attention.
Mm-hmm.
They are now making a book for Thay.
Okay.
And I am kind of excited for it because before, in the past, Thay, lack of better words, very, very racist. It was very harsh, very depressing, and very, very, very slave-driven. They were slave owners. They used their slaves as sacrifice,
Okay.
and in the sacrifice, not great, not good.
I mean, bad people exist.
Yes, but it was a type of race that they were using. They weren't using human. No, they were using a type of race. So it's just... And now they're going to be talking about the spires that were seen in... I forget which adventure it was. But now they're going to have more explanations because you're going to go back to Phandelver. If you have ever had the starter kit of D&D, you'll probably have the Lost Mines of Phandelver, which is just the base entryway of the mines because it goes further down. Sigil, which is a kind of like a Badlands area where anything can really happen. There's more exciting magic out there. These guys are working on some pretty nice books. I just hope that it doesn't become muddled again. Another thing that they're working on is where did the Deck of Many come from? So they're getting into also an idea of the multiverse breaking in that way. They talk about how Vecna has began already breaking it by saying they've already crossed into our world with Stranger Things. And how Vecna no longer fears anyone and has only one true intention, to destroy the worlds that do not help him.
I'm not against all this, but like, holy fuck, how many people are going to do a multiverse and a broken multiverse right now? You know, like, like everybody's fucking doing it. Marvel's doing it. Sony's doing it. They're doing it. DC might be doing it.
Yeah.
Like, it's fucking everywhere. And I'm just kind of like,
it is.
Goddamn, y'all.
Yeah.
So.
The Red Wizards, as said, they get their own thing in 2025. I don't know about waiting that long for it, but I'll wait on that.
I mean, there's a bunch of stuff between now and then, so.
Yeah. And they're bringing in a red-clad sorcerer, Venger, from the cartoon. They're going to remake him, revamp him, and throw him in one of the books.
Cool.
So they have a lot. Very interesting. Skidoo. I'm excited for this. May 10th, The Muppets Mayhem on Disney Plus, an original series that I thought we were going to get a full-length movie. No, we're getting a whole bunch of shows. And
Yeah, no, it was supposed to be a series.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, that was always the plan.
Oh! Well, even still, all episodes drop May 10th. There's nothing that hasn't already been said about the Muppets that I can say now. Like, the Muppets are great.
I love the Muppets.
I got nothing more to say. It's great. Go watch it. Skidoo. Over on Lego.
It's looking like 10 episodes, by the way.
10 episodes?
Yeah. They'll probably be 30-minute.
Disney Celebration Train over on Lego.com. It's a bunch of
Floats.
small floats that attach to one another that feature different animation pieces. You get a Tinkerbell figure at the head of the train. You get a Mickey Mouse with a balloon. Second one in, you get a pirate ship with Peter Pan. Third one in, you get Toy Story Sheriff
thing
with Woody. And in the back, you get a pretty nice waterscape island with Moana.
It's really weird to me that Moana and Woody are smaller than Tinkerbell. Look at the image down at the bottom right.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's odd.
That is odd. And then you get like a little standee off to the side with a Minnie Mouse holding a balloon.
Cute stuff.
Yeah. It seems like it is pretty easy, straightforward, and then they just attach regularly. This totaled up to, I think, $40. Uh-oh. Scroll up, please. Scroll. I'm gonna destroy you. There we go. $40. Ships April 20th, so not too far away. It's on back order. So if you're gonna order it now. I just don't know if you're gonna get it by that time. But...
I mean, of course it's on back order. You're crossing two things here. You're crossing Disney adults with Lego adults, both of which have adult money.
Yeah.
I am both those people. This is not me, though.
Yeah, fair enough. Would this be you?
No, because first of all, I feel like this movie was overblown. I don't hate it.
No.
But everyone was like, this is the greatest fucking thing ever put on fucking film. And then I watched it, and I was like, I mean, it was good.
Yeah. What we're talking about is Up. You get the Up house with all the balloons.
I would want a
hanging
big
off
one.
it. Yeah, I would like a little bit bigger. 598 pieces, $60. Guess what? It's out of stock.
It's really good for the price. I'm just saying, if I'm going to go out of my way to get a Lego Up house, I want
Bigger.
One where it actually makes sense that he could have been standing on the porch when the fucking house took off.
Yeah. But $60, 600 pieces, out of stock. Hopefully they'll get some more in. You can, of course, hop onto Lego.com and get the notification when they come back into stock.
Mm-hmm. I think if you're a VIP, you get early things too.
Early notifications.
Yeah, I think.
Okay. There's even a few others that were recently released, such as the Madrigal House from Encanto, Princess Enchanted Journey with a whole bunch of princesses, Belle and the Beast's Castle with a very awkward looking beast. I don't think I showed you this one. Oh come on, give me look at how
weird.
awkward that is.
What's next?
This is also like their more girl-centric.
Yeah. I can't think of the name of it right now, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's a little odd, but the 3-in-1 Magical Castle, we all like that castle. What is that cat? What?
Figaro.
Figaro. Thank you. Mm-hmm. You get Donald, Daisy, Mickey, and Minnie with a pretty interesting pull-apart style castle.
We gotta wrap up.
Oh, we're wrapping up. Get out of here. Space station or space shuttle. $10 for 144 pieces. It's a pretty good one. It also can go into a walking astronaut as well as a very interesting looking spaceship. $10. Go ahead and order it now. And last but not least, over on Amazon, we could not. I tried very briefly to find it on Lego, but over on Amazon, the Lego Indiana Jones Temple of the Golden Idol. This is the entire little run that he does from the idol all the way back.
For Raiders.
It even has a little plaque that showcases that it is Raiders of the Lost Ark. And,
I love the little plaque things they've been doing. Those are cute.
With their architects.
They've been doing for the architects. They're doing for a few of them, yeah.
Yeah. But this one here, does it tell me how many pieces? No, I don't know. No, it doesn't. But it has real working pieces. It has a very clunky looking boulder, but I would like that. All the better. $150. Does this seem a little high for you?
I mean, you are getting 4 figures. It does move.
Yeah.
It's got moving parts and whatnot. It's not too bad. It might be a little high, but I mean, I've seen worse.
Yeah.
The Black Pearl was like $200. So
was it?
Yeah.
And that one stopped production. So
yeah, that one was like $200. Sit on the shelf at Walmart.
Thank you guys for joining us. Remember to like and subscribe where you can. Remember to tell a friend, tell an enemy, tell a frenemy. Please and thank you. Remember to check the links down in the description, including that Temu one. All you gotta do is download it, and we're getting a kickback. If you wouldn't mind doing it. Remember to, of course, check out Dubby. Check out Humble Bundle to help out the charities we've already talked about. And, of course, at the beginning of days, beginning of weeks, beginning of months, to all the end of the years, love one another. It's free to do, and it's slowly becoming very forgotten. So please, listen to my words and love one another.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.